Hi everybody, it's Graham again. Back in my garage. I've got a little bit of work to do on the car. We've just got to refit the header tank. We had to get it modified because the core plug failed in the cylinder head, and that meant that we lost water pressure in the coolant system, and the engine didn't really boil over at angle C, but it wasn't very happy, and we ended up with quite a serious misfire. After angle C, I had to get the engine out, get it rebuilt. And then once it was rebuilt, put it back in again, obviously. Went to Knockhill and it rained and so on and so forth. So lost the championship by a couple of points, which was pretty frustrating. So one of the things I thought I'd do is fit a pressure sensor into the header tank. And the purpose behind that is that the engine management system can actually monitor the water pressure. And it can either switch the engine off if it loses pressure altogether, or it can go into limp mode, just to give you some kind of warning that you've got a problem. So it's better than keeping your eye on the water temperature gauge, because you can't always do that when you're driving a car quickly. So the header tank's been modified. It's got an MPT boss welded inside of it. I've got a pressure sensor from Radio Spares, which cost about 35 quid. That's going to get wired into the ECU, and then the ECU is going to be set up so that it actually automatically, I think we'll probably just trigger limp mode for the time being if we get problems. But we need to run the engine up to temperature first to see what the pressure needs to be, or should be, on a healthy engine, and probably do that for a few meetings before we then start making changes for it to actually jump in and actually react if there's a problem. So we're just going to fit that. We're then going to refill it with water, and I'm not going to run the engine today, but the next job after fitting the tank and the sensor and refilling it with water is to basically wire the sensor in, and I've got an idea as to where I'm going to do that. So that's the plan for the day. So that was quite easy. It's fitted back on the car. It's full of water, all the hoses are reconnected, the sensors screwed into the side. The plan now is to do some wiring and actually connect it to the ECU. The easiest way for me to do that is to use one of the pair of analog inputs that are currently going to the potentiometers on the back of the car. These measure the movement of the suspension. As the downforce increases and the car's pushed down, these get shorter in length, and that changes the voltage from them. And I've been recording that information for probably 3 years now on the car. I've got an awful lot of data, so I think now is the point where I don't need to record that anymore. So if I disconnect the two potentiometers, that gives me a pair of analog inputs free, and one of them I'm going to run a wire to the pressure sensor, which is now just here on the header tank, and then get that programmed into the ECU so that its I/O knows that it's got a sensor fitted to it, and then do some testing, do some monitoring, recording, and as I said before, perhaps in a couple of meetings time after we've got that information, I can then start programming the ECU to react to abnormal pressures. Right, anyway, I'll crack on. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like what you see, subscribe and like the channel, and I'll be posting some more updates in the coming weeks. Thank you.